And there was only light before everything else, before time had a name, before space knew its shape, and before stars learned how to shine. Not sunshine, not firelight, and not any other light that people have ever seen. This was the original light, the breath of life itself. It was pure and limitless, with no shadow, no shape, and no beginning. It was the first pulse of creation, the first word of truth told into space. Let there be light is the first sentence of Genesis. It's such a deep secret that even the smartest people in history were scared to approach it. But it takes longer for the sun, moon, and stars to show up. What was this first light? What kind of light fills the world before there is anything in it to light it up? It was called the hidden light by ancient seekers. It was the light that existed before everything else and was the building block of all things. They thought that this light was the first blessing, the first covenant, and a promise that was built into the very structure of reality. A promise that everything would still have a spark of that first light inside it, no matter how dark the world got. This is the lost covenant of light. It's not lost because it disappeared, but because people forgot how to see it. What the old traditions say is that this primal light has never been lost or weakened. It was just hidden inside people's souls. No longer does it shine from above, but from inside your heart. And once you learn to see through all the noise and chaos of everyday life, you'll see that this light has been with you from the very beginning. The Bible says that the Spirit flew over the water in Genesis. Ancient stories said that this hovering felt like a shaking, a vibration, or a quiet waiting. It was the light that was ready to be shared and just needed to find an aware carrier to do so. People were meant to be that vessel. People were made to mirror, express, and grow the light that created the universe. We are the link between what can't be seen and what can be seen, between what will last forever and what will only last for a short time, and between the endless and the personal. But somewhere along the way, people lost their way. We learned how to build, win, and do math, but we forgot how to shine. We learned how to make tools that could act like power, but we forgot that we already had power inside us. We were good at the outside world, but not so good at the inside one. So we stopped thinking about the bond. Not erased, only covered. Some people in every age still feel it though. They feel like there is something calling them from within that shines beneath the surface of life. When people are kind for no reason, forgive people who have done wrong, and tell the truth even if it costs them something, they feel it. That's when the hidden light comes back to life. This light shows itself to souls that have learned to listen, not to the eyes. It shows up when you are deeply at peace, when you suddenly understand something, or when you know for sure that you are a part of something much bigger than yourself. It shows up when you have love that doesn't fade, hope that doesn't break, and trust that doesn't fall apart when things get tough. The light was the first blessing. It was a gift meant to be shared. As soon as you say something encouraging, the door is open. Kindness makes the world a better place. You shine your honesty when you choose it. With each choice, the light either gets brighter or less bright. The universe pays more attention to how your heart beats than to how your lips move. Being blessed doesn't mean magic or rituals. It means being in the right place. Everything that was created was never meant to happen just once. It was meant to keep happening through you, every day. You repeat the first act of Genesis every time you choose love over fear. When you forgive, you make the world anew. As you breathe in and breathe out, you are echoing the breath that created the world. The lost covenant of light is not a story or a sign. It is a live legacy. No matter what you've been through, the spark inside you won't die. It's the word that tells you you are more than your hurts, your fears, and your mistakes. The secret that most people don't know is that you don't have to look for the light. You just need to take the cover off. You were born with the light inside you so that you would never be without it. It can't be erased by any darkness. No mistake is too small to be buried. There is no pain strong enough to separate you from it. When you take a deep breath, make a decision, Or just be honest with yourself. The light is waiting for you. Tonight, let this truth sink in. The first light never died. You have it inside you. You are the gift, not something separate from it. You are not far away from the promise. You carry it with you. The light inside you was made to shine through every crack, so don't worry if you're broken. The beginning isn't about the past. There's a place inside you that is ready to be awakened. And as soon as you remember this, everything starts all over again.
Would you be interested in knowing that the first choice ever made in the universe wasn't to make matter, stars, or worlds, but to choose you? What if before anything else, the light looked into the infinite and said, "I will live in the hearts of people"? This is the truth that is hidden beneath the surface of Genesis. The first light didn't just shine on the world, it became one with it. It was looking for a partner, a vessel, a being that could hold and grow its brightness. Ancient storytellers said that the light came to people without them having to show they were worthy. It picked people before people even existed. That should wake you up on its own. You were picked out before you were made. Before you could breathe, someone loved you. You had a special purpose before you had a name. It wasn't a bright flash when the first light showed up. It was a statement of relationship. That sound was the universe's quiet message that it would not be alone. It would take the light to become part of the soul of the thing that would walk, talk, choose, make, and reflect. Being kind to others wasn't an aside, it was the goal. The story then goes in a different direction. The light picked people, but people forgot about the light in the end. Cities, languages, countries, and machines were all things we made. We learned math and came up with steel. We stopped measuring the space between our hearts when we got to the distance between the stars. We switched from inner brightness to outer success, and the link between us got weaker, not broken, but buried. But the light never left you. It's with you through every part of your life. Every question, every night of fear, and every tear you try to hide from everyone sees it. You need only a moment of kindness, a spark of courage, or a breath of honesty for it to rise again inside you. That's why the promise you made to the light is strong. It's not about being perfect. It gets through every mistake. It lives on after every hurt. Even if you fail, the light will still be there. Your fears can't make it less interesting. Your past can't change what happened. You were chosen by the light once, and it still is. When people feel lost, they are really feeling the gap between themselves and their own inner light. The world makes you think that you have to work for your happiness, show your worth, and negotiate love. Things were different for the first light. It freely gave itself. It gave everything it had. It joined with your spirit before you even opened your eyes. So, even now, when you're alone, you can feel something inside you that isn't your pain. It's something steady, warm, and patient. Something that has been with you through all of your battles. That's the light giving you their love. In that moment, you remember the light. There is a reason for every moment of clarity, every flash of intelligence, and every sudden burst of hope when you want to give up. They are reminders of the first link. They are tiny voices inside your head telling you, "I am still here." You don't have to work for the light. You just need to let it in. It's not a big ceremony to open. It's just a simple change. Picking to forgive when you could be angry. When you could lie, you choose to tell the truth. Picking to stand up when you could have sunk. Making the choice to breathe deeply instead of breaking down. What you can do is not small. They are calls from beyond. The light is always there when you make one. It goes through your mind, makes you feel better, boosts your energy, and heals your wounds. You felt it before. The sudden calm after a long storm. The moment you realized you made it through something that was meant to kill you. The sudden calm in the middle of chaos. That's the light telling you who you are. People look for meaning, purpose, direction, and mending for years. They look for words, methods, systems, and promises outside themselves.
But the truth isn't outside. You already know the truth, you just need to stop running long enough to hear it. You can remember the first light. It's not a story. It's knowing deep down that you are a part of something timeless, big, kind, and that doesn't want to leave you. If you've ever felt empty, know this. Emptiness is not the lack of light. It's the space that light wants to occupy. If you've ever felt like you weren't good enough, know this. Being good enough is your birthright, not a prize. For anyone who has ever felt broken, know this. The shine comes through the cracks. You were chosen before the world was made. You're not a mistake. We haven't forgotten about you. In the dark, you're not alone. No matter what, the light is still calling you back to the start, to the time when everything was fresh, possible, and connected. And that beginning comes back as soon as you look inside, even for a moment. The bond was never based on your strength. It only mattered if you wanted to remember. Now you're remembering.
Every person has a time in their life when the pain is too great to hide, the world is too loud and unsure, and they start to wonder if they can ever heal. But the truth that the old storytellers tried to leave us with is this. The light that created the world was also the force that would bring life back to life. That first light did more than just shine. It healed, soothed, restored, and started over. It still knows how to do all of those things inside you. Healing is talked about as if it were far away, hard, or a long maze that only the best can get through. But being strong doesn't make you heal faster. When you remember that the light inside you never left, you can start to heal. Pain makes it seem like someone isn't there, but absence isn't real. It's just forgetting. The light has never moved away from you. You were the one who stopped going that way. It's not a sign of weakness if you have fears, sadness, or memories that hurt when you think about them. They're signs that the light is trying to get through the cracks from the inside. You can't heal by pushing evil away. You can only heal by letting light in. When the inner stream slows down, the body hurts. When the soul is full, the heart breaks. When the spirit feels cut off from its source, the mind suffers. The light, on the other hand, knows how to fix these breaks. What it does is whisper, not rush or shout. You are not beyond repair. Your soul has been trying to tell you for a while now. All it needs is a breath of still air and a few seconds of stopping to listen. It's not wrong to feel pain. It's a message. It means that deep down, something is trying to get back to balance. The first light was peace. It was the first beat. When things in your life aren't going as planned, the light inside you starts to call you back through pain. Not to hurt you, but to show you the way. It feels like your chest gets tight after someone lets you down. You know it when someone says something mean to you. You can tell when it's there because the world feels heavy and the night lasts longer than it should. That doesn't mean darkness is winning. It's light trying to get through the noise. Being aware is the first thing that can help you heal, not having bravery. As soon as you even slightly turn your attention inward, the spark that never died comes back to life. You get in touch with the same force that made the mountains, seas, and stars. That force knows your name too. Close your eyes. Take deep breaths. Take note of how the air comes in without your permission. Take note of how your chest rises to meet it. This shows that your body already knows how to receive. The truth that people have forgotten is that you were made to accept light. The body is not an issue. It is a way to carry things. The heart is not weak. It is holy. The mind isn't broken. It's just too full. And everything that is upset can be calmed down. When you stop expecting perfection from yourself, you can start to heal. As soon as you stop acting like you're not hurt, once you stop judging your fear and start to pay attention to it,
Fear opens the door. This is where the light comes in. The light gets stronger every time you choose to be patient instead of panicking. The light grows every time you are kind to yourself when no one is around. The light lets go of the weight you thought would crush you every time you forgive something, no matter how big or small. It's not magic, it's memory. Your strongest self is remembered by the light. This is the self you had before you were let down, hurt, betrayed, or learned to doubt your own worth. The process of healing is getting back to that self, not by getting rid of your pain, but by making it clear enough for the light to shine through. You can't heal by force. You heal by letting go. Allow some quiet time. Allow kind words to come out. Give yourself time to rest. Allow yourself to take off the shield. You learned how to protect yourself from harm. You can heal yourself with the light's help. Everything inside you that feels broken can shine again. Things that look like they have no chance can rise again. The light that said, "Let life begin," can fill up everything that feels empty again. It's not someone else, it's not luck, and it's not time. There's nothing wrong with you that makes you feel pain. It means that something better is coming awake. The light inside you is greater than your name, your story, and the hurts you think make you who you are. What was put inside you at the start can't be changed by anything you've been through. You're not far from the help you need. It is not hard to do. It is not just for mystics and saints. It is inside you, waiting for one moment of honesty, one breath of giving up, or one word of being ready to let the light lead you back to yourself. I am ready to heal. Say it softly, even if your voice shakes. The universe has been listening since the start of time, and it will answer.
There is a time when getting better is not enough. At that point, you don't just want comfort, you want change. You want to become the person you were always meant to be, not fix the person you used to be. And deep in the story of how the world was made is the truth that lets this happen. The light that made the world wasn't meant to shine around you. It was meant to shine through you. Being able to walk in the light is not a poetic term. It's a real state of being and a way to live in the world with peace, clarity, and a sense of being with God. You were never meant to walk by yourself. This is the same light that was there before the sun, before time, and before form. It still wants to walk with you. The shift starts out slowly. When you wake up one morning, the fear that used to grip your chest isn't as strong as it used to be. You have a thought that feels kinder, more stable and bigger. Behind your ribs, you feel a calm presence of something warm and real. Being there is not fantasy. This is not just wishful thought. The old light is rising. It's the same light that has been waiting for you to remember it. It doesn't make things easy when you walk in the light, but it does make things clear. The chaos stays, but it doesn't have as much power. You can still see shadows, but you don't think they are real anymore. As you go deeper, past the noise and chaos, you start to notice a deeper rhythm that ties everything together. You learn from the light that life has never been against you. Life has been forming you, making you stronger and polishing you until you can carry light without breaking. Every battle opened a door. Every broken heart was a turning point. Every loss made room for something bigger. The light doesn't waste anything. As soon as you understand this, you become bigger. You feel led in your steps. It's easier to see your options. You should stop pleading for love from other people and start bringing love inside you. There are no more signs for you. You have become one. Miracles come to people who walk in the light, not the other way around. Still, the world tries to pull you back into fear. How can you walk in the light? You start by being aware. Pay attention to the times when the bad side says, "You're not good enough, you're alone, or you'll fail again." What you're hearing is not true. They sound like old cuts. You were picked, you are not alone, and you were made for more. This is the voice of the light inside you. It is soft but firm. To walk in the light, you have to pick which voice to follow. Then you work on being present, not ideal, but being there. Take some time every day to breathe deeply, not to calm down, but to get in touch with the force that made you breathe in the first place. Feel your chest rise and your heart beat quietly under your skin. The light lives inside you all the time. Read this to remember that. It's there. You don't have to look for it. To walk in the light, you have to live your life on purpose. Talk slowly when you can. When you need to, be brave. If being honest scares you, choose to do it anyway. Be kind when everyone else is expecting you to be mean. These actions are not small. They are the moves of a soul that is in tune with its source. You turn into a star without mean to. People are safer when they're with you. Conversations get softer. Rooms get brighter. People who don't know each other can tell something is wrong. Not piety or perfection, but presence. You can see the light even if you don't say anything. Change doesn't take place all at once. Every decision, every moment, every breath is part of it. There will still be days when the old clouds come back, when doubt creeps in, and when pain comes back. These times don't mean you failed. They mean you're still living. That's not what the light wants from you. It just wants you to stay open. Your path changes if you stay open. You start to feel led in ways you can't explain. People come into your life just when you need them. You get opportunities that you used to think were impossible. When someone is sad, the right words come to you. You learn that you're stronger than you thought. This is not a mistake. This is how you connect. The light you carry can talk to everything around you. It changes what comes to you and what goes away. It pulls in things that make you stronger and lets go of things that hurt you. You no longer have to force your way through life. You're going with the flow that's been going since the beginning of time. The last truth that is hidden in the story of creation is this: you are not here to look at the light. You're here to become that, to go for a walk. Open your heart, improve your vision, and awaken your purpose by letting it guide your steps. Put your hand over your chest tonight before you go to sleep. Feel how warm it is on your hand. That warmth is the oldest force in the world. It was the first light, the first blessing, and the promise that never left you. Be sure you mean it when you say it. I walk in the light, and the light walks with me. Since the day you were born, the world has been waiting for you to claim this truth. As the words sink into your spirit, it responds.